Ancient Egyptians had access to advanced technologies that allowed them to use batteries and electricity thousands of years ago. Many researchers agree that in the distant past, electricity was widely utilized in the land of the pharaohs, with Baghdad battery being one of the most discussed examples of such advanced technology. The battery is a set of 3 artifacts found together: a ceramic pot, a tube of copper, and a rod of iron. Although it was discovered in Kajut Rabu, Iraq, many believe it was originally designed in Egypt. It was hypothesized by some researchers that the object functioned as a galvanic cell, possibly used for electroplating or some kind of electrotherapy. A careful examination of Egyptian history immediately reveals the sophistication and perfect illumination. No soot has been found in the corridors of the pyramids or the tombs of the kings because these areas were lit using electricity. Relief carvings could also show that the Egyptians used handheld torches powered by cable-free sources. The arc lamp used in the lighthouse of Alexandria is further evidence that the electricity might have been used in ancient Egypt. It is possible that the Great Pyramid of Giza was in fact a giant energy machine built with ancient technology that today is lost. And what if the Great Pyramid of Giza is incomplete today? What if there are ancient components that are missing from the pyramid? A part of the top of the pyramid, it is possible that there are things from inside that are missing as well. Okay, family, this Fry here with another episode. Today we're going to take it back to the motherland. I want to give a shout out to the brother Billy Carson and Forbidden Knowledge. Our ancestors are the mothers and fathers of all humanity, of all science, art, mathematics, medicine, and technology. Most of the greatest technical accomplishments for millennia were created by melanated geniuses that manifested the mind of God. Today on episode 8, Slight Research Black Cultural Segments, we're going to look into Egypt and the pyramid as an electric generator. How all science and technology is pointing us back to Kemet. You have to know to grow. Let's get into these facts, not fiction.
1 mile just for lighting. After Tesla, you could run factories 400, 500, 600 miles in all directions.
They get a story and they repeat it over and over. They have no proof of any of it. They never found a mummy in a pyramid.
Did Nikola Tesla find the secret to unlimited energy? And is there a plot to hide his findings?
Energy, the ultimate power. When I think about it, I find that most wars that have been waged in the past years have been about the control of what provides energy. And if I'm to talk about energy, then I must mention Nikola Tesla. I still remember my physics teacher at school saying that Tesla was an exceptional genius, whose work is behind many important inventions. The story of energy might be quite mysterious. Tesla was a scientist, but some people say that he was mystical. They claim he believed the Egyptian Great Pyramids were key to limitless energy, an energy that could be distributed to everyone in the world for free. He was a controversial personality even after his death. They say that after he died alone in his hotel room in New York, the FBI confiscated all his belongings, taking all his documents with them. And for many years, they say they were classified, and even until now, many people claim there are documents missing.
Tesla believed the pyramids contained the power to send energy wirelessly due to their shape and location, which provided the inspiration for his experimental Wardenclyffe Tower and his designs for generators that could use the Earth's ionosphere as a source of energy.
Sophisticated technology of their own. Since the technology of the ancients is not obvious to us, are we looking in the wrong place? Could it be they had power systems, but they were entirely different from ours today?
I'd like to give a shout out to the brother Billy Carson and Forbidden Knowledge.
Able to do that. I was blessed to be able to do that, and to go to almost every major temple in Egypt. Had to get on a plane 3 times to fly to different areas to get out to these places. Drive through the middle of the desert for hours to get to temples. And one thing you notice that is consistent: megalithic blocks, no mortar, impossible cornering into brick masonry, magnetic granite. This is all there. It's everywhere you go, and it points to one architect. And as you look around the planet, you see the same exact type of architecture, but again, points to one main architect. One person laid out this plan and said, look, this is the design plan, now duplicate it everywhere. And that's how it was done. But what's really amazing is that the Great Pyramid at Giza, the way that the structure is set up, you can just see the resonating energy and power from it. I had the blessing to be able to go to some of the underground tunnels there. And that area used to be flooded with an aquifer in some of those parts. And that aquifer would allow physiostatic electricity to be transmitted up into the base of the Great Pyramid. And then from there, it would be shot up into through the Grand Gallery, which probably had resonating chambers in it, or resonating rods, that would then fire that power up into the King's Chamber, which I had the blessing of going into. And then I believe personally that the Ark of the Covenant used to sit inside that box that they try to call a sarcophagus. It's the same exact dimensions as the Ark of the Covenant. And that would interact with this Ark, and that would create some type of a master spark, which then would be shot through the apex. And I believe that the Great Pyramid was a multifunctional stone, or is still a multifunctional stone computer, kind of now partly broken because the cap has been taken off and some of the technology has been taken out. But it operated as a wireless generator, wireless power generator. It operated as a portal generator. It operated as a stabilizer, because the Great Pyramid is directly at the center of the mass of the Earth, not the center of the Earth, the center of land mass of the Earth. It's located directly on that spot. It also, to me, was a communications device. The way that the shafts reach out to the Orion and the Sirius, I believe that those were, they had a capability of sending some type of a subspace frequency to those star systems to communicate back and forth. So it's just amazing. And then when you take a look at the Giza Plateau itself, I have a video on my YouTube channel about it, where the temples and the pyramids are located. You can actually create a circular grid based off of the alignments, and you get an exact alignment from the NASA interplanetary star system, an interplanetary system around our star, and overlay it onto the grid map of the Giza Plateau with the temples and the pyramids, and you get a perfect match. So the Giza Plateau is a map of the inner planets of our solar system, close to our sun.
Our ancestors knew more then than we know now, and they weren't no aliens.
Could the ancient builders have given us a monument to decode our human existence? Interestingly enough, the numbers Tesla was obsessed with show up in the equations of the Great Pyramid. The numbers Graham has concluded from his research on the pyramid are 72, 43,200, 600, 30, 25,920, and 2,160. And all of those numbers either equal 3, 6, or 9.
You have to know to grow. Facts, not fiction.